Just thought I'd do a quick video. Sometimes it's just easier than a million photographs, but I took a bunch of photos too. So looks like they've patched the holes from where he did the outside mount brackets, and now it's inside, so that's good. Just needs to get touched up. Light fixtures in here. We're in the second bedroom. Not sure where the closet doors are. Those need to get installed. This looks like that's the top for the bathroom vanity in the hallway. So still a lot of little areas that, need to get caulked and filled in a little bit better and freshened up. So in here, where that toilet was, it looks like they did a big patch on the wall. They've fully removed the floor, so now we're kind of flush with the subfloor here. So that's nice. I question if that flange doesn't need to get cut shorter. It sticks up about a 1/2 inch above the floor, which is not ideal. Got some of the tile that's missing there. I'm not sure if the plan is to fill that in or what. You can kind of see the old grout line on the floor here. Maybe this could get, I guess that's silicone. Maybe that can get scraped off with a razor blade and get a fresh bead of caulk down there so it just looks finished. Kind of a little rough area there. I'm not sure if that can get filled in with some tile. Just a little rough around the edges with some patches and things like that. So this looks centered here. Did a lot of filling in, I don't think this is installed just yet. In a perfect world, you'd sand that before you install the vanity. Still got a little bit of a rough edge there from the old countertop that hopefully will maybe get sanded a little bit more, just to kind of make this look a little bit more finished. A couple little rough areas from the old countertop that didn't super get mudded really nicely that'll now be exposed. So looking good in here. We've got the satin nickel fixture, matches the satin nickel hardware here. Not sure if you're going to do blinds on those windows or if there'll be drapes there or what the plan is for that. There is some tile pieces. Maybe they're going to be creative and get those reinstalled there. So there's the door. In the master bedroom, it's looking good. It looks like some more vertical patches or something here out to the left of the window. There's like a stripe that runs all the way down there. I had mentioned something about, trying to get this windowsill caulked here. There's a big gap there, and it was a little bit rough on the side of the window frame there. But, we've got switch plate covers on, which is great. Still need to see some caulking on this baseboard. You can still see that shim, which is good, but that needs to get caulked and filled. Nail holes are still evident here. This all needs to get caulked, filled, sanded, and paint on all of the trim. Closet's looking good. Got our recessed lights in. We talked about, maybe painting that hatch, doing a little bead of caulk along that trim there. Still need to caulk and paint all of this. This door's not even painted here. Looks like they were in here doing some work in the bathroom. Looks like they got the filler strips in, which is nice. I'd love to see if they could caulk that gap down and then paint that wall color. Same thing there. We got the filler strip, which is nice. Got the black mirror, the black faucet, the black hardware. It's coming together. A lot of still need to caulk the baseboards there. They epoxied this. It's looking good. Missing the hardware for that. Missing a shower head. But we got a little robe hook there, which is nice. Does look like it's a little bit of an issue there. Got to get that wherever they took the old tile off, it ended up being shorter. So that's got to get patched or covered or filled. It's a little bit rough under that heat vent from, looks like they painted over the wallpaper glue. Tried to fill in a little bit. This might still be wet. It's a little stinky in here, but yeah, still need to get around that toilet and clean up that mess from that old ceramic tile that was there. But I got some towel bars in here, which is looking good. Some fill there. So hopefully they'll run around and repaint this room, kind of finish up the detail in here. But I think getting rid of that flooring or that old tile helps. It seems pretty solid and nice in there. So yeah, it's looking good, but just need to get the detail work and finesse that and figure out what they're going to do with the top on that. So But otherwise, some just random touch-ups. We still need to get the vent cover done there. The blind's looking good here. This door is installed. We've got the hardware on. We still have some more caulking, painting, priming on this, or painting on that. I'm going to just turn this off and keep moving downstairs. Looks like they've done some caulk here, but just some random spacks and touches, so not sure what the plan is to repaint here. I do see some just dents and things like this. This is the old trim. There's kind of a big chunk out of it there. So this is looking really cute here. My one thought in here is we've got a little mix of metals. I'd see if there's some way that you could get the gold knobs that match all of the hardware to swap out these on the vanity. Vanity's super cute. Love the shelf there. And we've got the cute on the toilet paper. Would just love to see the gold knobs on that cabinet to match. Small detail, but mirror's really cute. I like the dark gray on the back wall, but just a lot more touch-ups and spackles and vent cover there. So that's coming together. Notice there's some more mud patches and stuff on the wall here. This sort of area immediately when you come inside the door. Love to have that all cleaned up. It's a lot of mud patches there, some filler patch here. So I like the idea of keeping these steps so that we could see through those. And the competing comp, that looked really nice to be able to get daylight through here. It just allows that light to come into the space. So hopefully we can go ahead and keep that. So this bedroom's looking good. Still have this issue with this trim piece here. I'm not sure if that's going to get, at a minimum, it just needs to get caulked. It's kind of jagged and, not ideal, and love to just clean that up a little bit more. But got the doors on in here, which is nice. This is coming together. Maybe it still needs to get the baseboards painted. Kind of looks a little unfinished down there. But we've got plugs and switch plate covers. I'm going to send you some photos of, let's just go outside. The front door wasn't loving this. So they took the front storm door off, which is fine, and they did the mailbox, but there's this gigantic hole from where the doorbell used to be. So, and then this, I don't know if you can get a color match from the association and just take the box off and repaint this little section here to tidy this up. But yeah, we still need to get the storm door going out here and come up with a solution to that giant hole. Maybe they can do something. Maybe the answer is you cut a piece of wood that is decorative and all of this gets mounted on it. It's a 3/4 piece. You router the edge and make it look a little bit more finished and intentional. Mount the mailbox centered on that and put the doorbell here. But got to figure out a solution to that. I'm not sure if you're going to keep that light fixture or what the plan is for that. But yeah, right here you see all that patches. Hopefully they can get that tidied up. So let's keep going here. Doors are in on the closet. Looks good. Got to do some caulking and painting on the baseboard there. The light fixture looks nice. So spin around here. Just makes such a huge difference having this open. I see that other active comp for $315 is still on the market, and I have to think it's because that kitchen, while it's pretty cabinetry, no one wants a kitchen without a window and to just, not be able to have any daylight. So I just think this is turning out really nicely. Still has some issues with touching up that ceiling. I can see sort of a little line of demarcation where there's a little dip in the ceiling from where the wall used to be. You can kind of notice there's a little bit of a dip in the drywall there above the post, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So hopefully just painting the ceiling, maybe re-rolling this whole ceiling as one ceiling would be a quick way to kind of help improve the look of that. This is looking good. He did some mud filler there. That needs to get touched up where it meets the ceiling. There was a bit of a gap there. He filled that nicely. So appliances are in it. Sounds like they're working. You know, getting the countertops is going to be huge. Get the garbage disposal reinstalled and the drain lines and everything. We've got the dishwasher there already, which is nice. That looks a little crooked. That cable doesn't seem quite straight. Maybe it'll just flatten out over time. So, got the microwave up, which is nice. So, got it plugged in up there. Still need to get those little shelves. I think you were working on those still. That would be still a great way to just kind of fill that space. Still real, I think that looks real nice, and you've got use of that plug, which is huge. So there seems to be a lot of this on the wall. I don't know if that's from cutting the flooring in the room here or what. It's sort of like a static, clingy, dusty something. I don't know what that is. So we got the fireplace sprayed out. That looks nice. It's possible he still really needs to paint the baseboards in here. They look kind of yellowy and not white. So hopefully that's in the works. Not sure what the story is on this blind. I know Brad had said that this was being done as, I guess he had outside mounted it. So those touch-ups need to happen on the holes where he outside mounted the brackets, because I think you're doing the drapes here. And my guess is these are the drape panels. So that still needs to get up, get the rods in place. He was going to try and do some caulking around some of those light fixtures if they still have the ability to do so. If not, it's not the end of the world. But just like at Chanticleer, you kind of see some gaps around there. So there's that. Maybe these are, the curtain rods and some of the other projects he's working on getting these doors installed upstairs. But no, what a difference just to have this wide open like this. So I think it's coming together really nice. I don't love, there's some gaps you see up there where the ceiling's not, complete 90-degree angle. So you see a bit of a gap above the cabinet. In a perfect world, you'd do a trim piece or hide that. Maybe there's some way to caulk this. I don't know. There's that little gap on the back of the cabinet. Maybe the painter could caulk that. I see that here as well. Just disguising that, I think, would just make it look a little bit more polished. So, but let's see, keep on trucking here and see what we got. There's the light fixture you got up in the basement here. Still don't really have a handle on how, it looks like, yeah. So he must be working on this. So there's this L bracket covering that matches the flooring. He still needs to finish that trim piece there and run that along and run it over there so that that's consistently finished there. So looks like maybe there's some screws that need to get filled in there as well. So see what you think on that. Keep on trucking down here. So laundry room's looking good. I'm not sure if some of these scuffs and scrapes will get re-rolled. If you're going to change out that vinyl or if you just want to keep it, that's cool. But maybe some of these scuffs, well, that's just that. Maybe some of these others will wipe out. Not sure. Like I said, I didn't really do anything with that hole there, but, it's the laundry room. It's not the end of the world. This has got some dust that just needs to get wiped down. So, but it's coming together in here. The ceiling's all up. You've got the light fixtures in there, the square ones. Hopefully those are the same ones that go into the room in here. Let's take a look. Okay. Looks like they've got the blinds up already. Got that light there, which is nice to have that up. If there's any chance if you've got some of those extra black doorknobs or door handles from the kitchen, I'd love to see those here. These are fine. It's just I think when people scratch them to open them, they're going to scratch that paint off there. So I'd love to see those black doorknobs on there if possible. Looks like they patched that area there. That needs to get touched up. This was that little spot that I was curious if we could do a little bar fridge here. I don't have a tape measure with me, but that would be great to do one of those little glass front fridges there. I sent you a link. It's like $190. If that works with your budget, that would be amazing. But we've got the floor and behind the bar, which I think looks great. I don't know if you want to do a little piece of quarter round to finish off that edge there. Color match it to the gray, up to you. There's an event cover there. So he's got the blinds up. You know, it's not super, these light fixtures are not super bright. See a little bit of a hole there on the side of the fixture. Maybe that could get caulked or filled. This one doesn't really fit great. You see the light kind of escaping on the side. You know, it is what it is. In a perfect world, I'd love for them to get rid of that hook and fill the hole. We need to get that vent cover in here as well. This valance is sort of wavy and not really flat. But I guess they closed it just for privacy, but you know, I like having it open to get the daylight. But if there's any way to amp up the lighting down here, I would love to see that. These bulbs all just seem very dim, and I don't know why. So if we could amp that up, I would love that. But yeah, 2 ceiling vents here still. Some areas that I tagged with some blue tape that these seams need to get addressed a little bit better, whether they're caulked and touched up or something. Same thing kind of here, that seams separating. There were a lot of very obvious nail holes that need to get caulked and touched up here too. So, but I like the gray, I like the countertop. I think that's looking good. This is a little bit of this laminate on here seems to have separated. It almost feels like it's curling up. Maybe there's a way to reattach that, put like a corner trim piece here, and then also do something to seal that up too. It almost seems like it's too long and it's curling back up, but if that could have a little attention, that would be great. You know, there's a piece of trim missing on this column here. Must have fallen off. If there's any way to replace that, that would be great. This one's got a little piece of broken trim piece here, missing trim piece here. Maybe they could replace the broken piece, scrap a little piece of that and put it on the corner of the cabinet and paint it to match and replace this damaged piece here. Not sure about that. Seems like for some reason they're running the dehumidifier, so don't know about that. This door is a little bit rough. They put the hardware on, but it really needs to have the area below the door painted first. Same thing here. This door handle is a little bit rough and odd, and they've scraped the existing paint. So maybe those handles could come off and that door could get repainted without the knob on it and have the new knob reinstalled. Because yeah, you see the ring of where it was round before. And there's some little areas there. So. But yeah, definitely need to get that little piece of paneling. I'm glad to see they replaced that, but we'd want to get that painted to match. But yeah, looking good down here. Nice to see the ceiling in. These lights in here are so bright. Is there a way to make the lights out in the family room as bright as they are in the laundry room? Because I love the laundry room. I'd like the family room or the basement area to look the same. And maybe it's a setting to up the amps or the wattage or something. Not sure. But it's coming together. Just lots of little details. Like I see this little piece here. It should, maybe have a caulk I can see below the floor, and this is chipped. If that could get caulked to the floor or something, just to finish that detail off a little bit, that would be great. I'm gonna turn the heat down a couple degrees. It's at 64 or 65, but otherwise it's looking good.